And one day I woke up and God was just like, you can't have sex no more. Dang, God, dang. Why me? Why you choose me? Why it had to be me? Why can't I have sex? Why it gotta be me? Why me? Aka Brown Sugar Babe, and I'm here with my first sweet video, and I'm so excited to get into it. So without further ado, I ain't gonna make y'all wait no more for the video. Here we go. So as y'all can see from the title of this video or from my shirt, a sis is celibate. Okay, celibate? Sis, where we do that at? It's 2019. Yes, I'm celibate. Y'all need me to slow it down for y'all? Okay, let's do that. For those who don't know, celibacy means to abstain from all sexual intercourse. Sis ain't getting no head, I ain't taking no nudes, ain't nobody copping the film, none of that. It's hard. But yeah, it means to abstain from sex for spiritual or religious reasons. So in my case, I am a Christian, and one day I woke up and God was just like, you can't have sex no more. Dang, God, dang. Why me? Why you choose me? Why it had to be me? Why can't I have sex? Why it gotta be me? Why me? So yes, I've been celibate since March of 2017, and y'all, it's hard out here in the streets. Just look at our society today. Like, it's like sex is everywhere, sex sells. Like, y'all have to know like my struggle. But if you don't know my struggle, or you're going through the same type of struggle, I wanted to make this video just so that I can be a light to somebody else who may be struggling with the same things as me. It started in college for me, so I guess I would have been 21 at the time when I decided to be celibate. I'm 23 now. And I was in a 5-year relationship with my ex. He was my best friend for 8 years, and then we got together as I was leaving for college. So this, I think, would have been our 4th year being together. I didn't really grow up religious or anything like that. I kind of just got saved in college, and I was working towards just like really trying to understand who I was as a Christian, how that played a role with me being in college. And I started getting closer to God after I got saved and baptized at my church. So I started hearing from God more. Like, I'm like, okay, like I'm on the right path. Like, I'm hearing from God. And then one day, I just kept hearing this little voice. Cause y'all know God, he be like dropping little messages in your ear. Like, you don't pay attention to what that voice is. Like, you just be thinking like, oh, that's just like a random thought that I just thought about. Like, I don't even know what that was. That be God sometimes. I just heard this little message in my ear, and it was just like, I want you to be celibate. And he said it again. So I'm like, okay, like it's in the Bible that God will confirm things, and he confirmed it again. Just so that y'all know a little bit about me, I've never been the type that was like overly sexual or anything like that. I'm no virgin, but I'm also not promiscuous, as I should say. And I'm not judging anybody. If that's you, sis, get down, it's your body, do what you want to do. It's just not me. So like when God told me that he wanted me to be celibate, it was like, okay, like I think I could do this. But then the other half of me was like, sis, you in a whole relationship. Like, y'all been having sex for the last 4 years at this point, and it's like you have a whole person to run this by, because I'm not having sex with myself. Like, I called up my boyfriend at the time, and he's not really all that religious either. Like, he believes in God, but he's not super religious or spiritual or anything like that. But he understood what I was trying to do. So when I called him up and I told him, I was like, God told me to be celibate. It was like, it was quiet. I'm like, hello? He like, what? And I'm like, yeah, like God told me we shouldn't be having sex no more. Thank God for my ex, the type of person that he is. He was very understanding, and sex was never like a big deal in our relationship either. Like, of course we had it, but like we would go months without having sex sometimes, and it was fine because we were best friends before that. So it wasn't like our relationship was based off sex. Like, we knew how to thrive without having sex. I knew he knew that this time was different, because this wasn't just me or him or us deciding like for our relationship, let's just lay off sex for a while so that we can really get back to connecting. Like, this was like, like, God told you. He wasn't trying to mess with God. Like, he like, listen, not me, the devil won't use me, okay? And I ain't mad at him, because if God's telling somebody in your life to do something, and here you go trying to tell them otherwise, it's like, you might be the devil. Anyway, he like, okay, like that's not, it's not the end of the world. If it was, he never made it seem like it was to me, which I appreciate, again, the support. Because like, listen, I feel like it's easier to be celibate and to remain celibate if you're single than it is if you were in a relationship. Because like when you're single, you choose what situations you put yourself in. I know I'm not gonna call him over at this time of hour because
I'm getting a few tangles down there.
but in a relationship, like you're laid up with this person all the time. Like I might be Netflix and chilling. I know what they'll lead to. But yeah, it's much harder to me to be in a relationship and to be and remain celibate than it is to be single. And I guess I can kind of just speak to both because I've been in both scenarios. But I mean, y'all can let me know if y'all feel otherwise. We moved forward. We didn't have sex. I think we went into from our 4th year to our 5th year, going on our 5th year being together. We was not having sex. I did slip up once with him, once with somebody else. So just so y'all know, a sis did have her slip ups, okay? Listen, I never had like a whole era, okay? And I know to some of y'all, it's like, why would you ever want to go through a whole phase? But it's like, I didn't really know myself sexually really outside of him because I only lost my virginity prior to him, and then it was just him. Like a lot of women, even if we don't say it, like on some level, we might just want a little whole phase. You want to experiment, like you want to make sure that the person that you're dating or the person you know, marry or whatever, like you have something to compare it to. It's like, oh, I know we click. Like he just know my body well because like I could compare it to this person, that person, this person, that person. So a little part of me wanted a whole phase, and that's when I slipped up my second time. Y'all, it wasn't worth it. And it's kind of funny how it happened because like God won't ever let you just keep slipping up. Like you have free will, but he gonna let you know. And in my case, he let me know. Like when I slipped up with my ex, I can't believe like I took this vow almost a year ago to remain celibate, and wow, like I just broke it like just like that. And honestly, in some sense, it kind of made me realize that like maybe this is not the person that I need to be with, because if I could slip up and you know he knows what I'm doing and he allowed to slip up. I mean, we're all human. We all make mistakes, but it's like, okay, like if you really understood what I was trying to do, you would have never even like allowed me to slip that much with you. So I feel like, I mean, we broke up for other reasons. We definitely didn't break up because of that, but that did play a part in it for me. Like I was just like, dang, like I really need my husband to lead. Like I need him to be there when I slip up, like he holding it down. And then in my second slip up, y'all, my second slip up was just like, why did I do that? Like, why did I do it? And like, I felt so bad because like, I started crying. Like, I was just laying on the bed, like trying to get into it. But like, I just felt like God was just like, he was just talking to me, and I just felt like he was watching me, and he was just like, get up, get up. I got better for you. Get up. You know better. You took a vow. You slipped up once. You know better. Get up. It was really overwhelming. So in the middle, I just stopped. Like, I just pushed him off of me, and I was like, get off of me. Like, get off of me. You knew what I was trying to do. You knew I was trying to be celibate. And it's like, you allowed me to, not even allow me, like you pushed me into like experimenting this side with you. So it was just like, you is the devil. Like, I can't get down with you. You ain't it. He was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll sit here with you. Like, I didn't. Like, I'm like, you meant it. Don't act like you ain't mean it, like, but I ain't mean to. People that choose to be celibate, this is exactly what we run into. You have people who's like, oh, you celibate? Like, I respect that. Like, cool. Like, I don't want to get in the middle of that. They be out. Like, they don't want no parts of you. Then you got people who you tell that you might be celibate, and it's like, oh, you celibate? Okay, you gonna be celibate with me? Like, I could probably make you feel some type of way. You let your guard down a little bit, then boom, we already having sex. And it's like, it's them type of people that you have to watch out for. And I felt like I just fell for that because I was like emotional, and it was just a lot going on. I have a celibacy group. I have a mentor. We talk and just run things by each other. Whenever we mess up, we tell each other. Like, it's just a way to have somebody to hold you accountable, because when it's just you just be like, oh, I'll just try this again next year. You know what? Maybe it ain't really for me. But when you have a group of people around you that's like, I know what God's trying to do in your life. They ain't having it, boo. I encourage anyone who is trying to be celibate or maybe considering the thought, I encourage you to get an accountability partner or a group of people to hold you accountable, because had it not been for them, like, y'all, I would have kept slipping. Just a good thing in general about being celibate is that you can slip up and it's fine. Like, you don't have to restart your celibacy journey just because you slipped up. All God cares about is that you come to him, you ask for forgiveness, you ask to be able to repent, you repent from it, and then you get up and you keep going. Like, God wants you to get up. He wants you to get up and he wants you to keep going, because a lot of people slip up in their celibacy journey. They're like, I can't do this. I can't wait until I'm married. Like, I can't. And then they just start all the excuses in the world. Like, what if it ain't good when we married? And what if this and what if that? Well, sis, if it's not good when y'all get married, I mean, the whole reason y'all got married wasn't based on sex if you was doing it for the right thing. So God's never going to put you in something where you're not going to be fully satisfied. If that's your husband and it ain't good the first time, or if that's your wife and it ain't good the first time, guess what? Y'all knew that you might run into this issue, but y'all already so in love with each other that you're going to do everything that it takes to learn that person and know what makes them, you know, if you think about your body and just think about like the person who does get you when y'all get married, it's like, why wouldn't you want to save yourself for that person? Like I kind of already think of it as like, okay, I'm already a wife. Like, I'm already a wife. I can't be giving my husband body out here just to any old every fluke-a-dook. Like, this is all for bae. Bae, if you watching this, if you tuned in, okay, wifey over here is holding it down, okay? And I think that's what keeps me going, as well as like my relationship with God and my celibacy group. Girls, I don't want y'all to think that there's not men out here who are waiting, because there are, okay? This guy that I met, I told him I was celibate probably like the first week that we were talking, and he was like, that's crazy, I've been celibate for 7 years. I said, woo! 7 years. Like, y'all never know who's out here. Like, there are men out here. Don't feel like you have to be in competition with other women for your husband to spot you, because your husband is going to spot you regardless, boo. You don't have to dress a certain type of way. You don't have to have sex or try to do all these things for your husband, the one that's meant for you, to notice you, because they're going to notice you and they know. I just want to put that out there, because I feel like that's what society makes us feel like we have to do. Like, we feel like we have to do all these things to get a person, keep a person, and eventually marry that person. It's like, you don't have to do any of that. First day, I come in, sit down, blessed, as cute as I want to be at the table, and I just be like, I'm celibate. And if you let me know that that ain't what you into, you can't get down with that, no loss on my end, peace. Like, that's fine with me. But like, I'd rather tell you up front so that I could weed out the not it's. Like, if you tell me that that's something you can't deal with, or you start bashing me, because I get that. Like, a lot of people just start bashing. They be like, you can't be celibate, you ain't really celibate, blah, blah. Like, why can't I be celibate? Why can't I hear from God and choose to follow God? It's like something that's so foreign to everyone our age these days. It's like, you gotta be 50 and up in the church every day to be able to hear from God. It's false. Okay? Celibacy allows me to keep a clear focus in mind. It allows me to just stay on a straight and narrow, which I appreciate. And I feel like we all could benefit from that. Like, who can't benefit from a little bit of clarity? We don't need to be like out here creating all these soul ties, giving our bodies this way, that way, every Dick, Joe, and Harry. Like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just saying, for those who choose celibacy, I feel like, yes, it's the struggle. It's the struggle, but it's worth it, and it's going to be worth it. I feel like it's going to play out right. The right person is going to find you, and even if you're destined to be single, like, you'll just be rich in other areas of your life, and you'll be good. You never know who you'll inspire. God just chooses people to shine his light through and to get people closer to him. Just like my mentor, this is her group, I Celibate. Because she took that step, she inspired so many of us after her. Y'all should definitely visit her blog and her Instagram. I'll place it on the screen somewhere. I just kind of wanted to give y'all a rundown about my journey, how it started, where I'm going with it. You know, basically, like, you ain't getting no booty. You ain't getting no booty. You ain't getting no booty until I do me. Nope, you ain't getting no booty. You can't licky, flicky, none of that until you I do assist, okay? If you have any questions about celibacy, I got you, boo. Drop your comment or your question down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. Hit that subscribe button and become a sugar baby. Follow me on Instagram. I'll be back with y'all soon. Bye.